Don't like my sister. Trying to take my man. Today, I will land another hit on you, Karma. If you can, darling, I welcome the challenge. Princess, your side is open. I bring my sword to close my side to my side as Carlin strikes me. Tonight is the first night I get to use real swords as opposed to a practice sword. The sound of metal clashing echoes in the night. Is this what a real battle feels like? I've been practicing under skirmish conditions for the last few days since tomorrow is the day we enact our plan. We're doing some last minute practice. Remember, fighting back to back is better than doing it alone. Claude dodges Juden's sword as he speaks, but I notice that he seems to be taking special care not to look in my direction. He's been fine for the last few days, but I'm not sure when his pain will return. If only he would tell me what was wrong with him. When Claude finally calls the end of practice, we're all exhausted. Good job, everyone. You'll all be fine tomorrow. Garland turns to face me, a soft expression on his face. And it comes down to it, Juden and I will protect you. Garland looks over his shoulder at Claude. Both of you. That's our job as knights. I'm quite capable of protecting myself, darling, but I do appreciate the offer. It's late. We should all get some rest. The two knights excuse themselves, leaving me with Claude. MeliZ booty, you should go to bed. Bitch. Princess? I have a feeling I won't sleep much tonight anyway. But be that as it may, you should still try. I'm about to retire for the night as well. I keep talking. I want to talk to you. About what? Oh, don't give me the about what, you bitch. You know what? Claude takes a step back, and I stare at his hand, absently moving to his chest. Are you really okay, Claude? I've been perfectly fine this past week. He's lying. He's obviously in pain. Why do you have to keep your pain in secret? Why won't you talk to me? I've told you before that some things are better kept a secret, Princess. Claude sighs out, then leans forward to set a hand on my head. MeliZ booty, promise you'll stay behind me if we're attacked. If you don't fucking tell me, I'm gonna run ahead. Fuck it. And if at any point it looks like we may not make it, you're to run as fast as you can back to the march-in. But that is cowardly. MeliZ booty, don't you remember what I said before? Sometimes running is the right thing to do. Never run into an impossible situation. Instead, live to fight another day. Promise me you'll stay behind me, MeliZ booty. Give me that peace of mind. The fuck? I can't, I promise. If it'll make him feel better before going into the mission, I cannot deny his request. Claude's expression softens as he moves away from me. I'll stay behind you. Thank you, Princess. Fuck you. I'm gonna run in front of you. Let's attempt sleep in preparation for tomorrow. When this is all over, I'll pry Claude's secrets out of him. Fucking better tell me. Slap a bitch. Tonight is the night, and everyone is just about ready to go. I can't get the feeling of foreboding off of my chest. Everyone is gathered close to the door, ready to see us off. Everyone except... Princess! Rumple suddenly appears, and he's coming up to stand right next to him. Are they like dating? I totally will ship it. What are you two doing here? Well, of course we came to wish you good luck, just like everyone else here. We'll be waiting for you tonight, so that we can celebrate everyone's return. Be careful. Imagining who has been everywhere with her brother since they came here is standing right beside him now with a smile. I will pray for your safe return. Still don't like you. Her smile wavers. I can tell she is uncertain. She has the great knights of Caldriel, 2 witches and a prince. She'll be fine. I'm a witch too, bitch. Rod's response are curt as usual, but I cannot help but notice there is hesitance in his voice. Even though he stares at me without an expression, I think I can see a tinge of worry in his eyes.
I won't romance you just yet, honey, so don't get too excited. I'm not gonna run to your arms just yet.
Rest assured that we keep the princess safe. We're not going to let Alcaster get away with what he did to Angel and its royal family. Parfait steps forward last. She and Dolores glance at each other, and I feel as if some secret message bounces between the two of them.
They're totally dating. No one can tell me otherwise. That they're it's a thing.
Dolores nods ever so slightly before Parfait turns to the rest of us. Her eyes eventually fall on me. You changed since you've been here, princess, but your dedication and your resolve never wavers. It has always been there, just beneath the surface. Stubbornness or resolve? It's as if Parfait is able to read my thoughts. She smiles as she sets a hand on my shoulder. Your dedication is very much like King Gennaro's. You are proud and honorable, and always take steps in the right direction. That is why I know you'll be back tonight. Just as Rumpel said, we'll be waiting for you, all of you. Stay safe tonight. I nod my head as everyone gathered around begins to repeat their hearty goodbyes. It is Delora who walks away first. We all follow behind. The night has just begun.
Boom, 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 boom. Come on, epic music!
Our way to the palace gates is uneventful, but we pause some distance away from them to take shelter in a nearby alley. There are nards everywhere. Watts points to what looks like a regular section of the wall. There's the hidden door to the tunnels. If we time it right between the Knight's patrols, we should be able to make it. On my signal. Claude puts a hand on my shoulder and squeezes it. It is my abrupt gesture and does not last long, but the motion calms my nerves somewhat. We will be fine.
Oh, you see? They're fine. They went inside.
Her footsteps echo in the tunnel. Standing in front of me are Juden and Garland, who are flanking Waltz. Dorola stands beside me, and Claude is at the back. At my back.
I thought you said to stand behind you. You little...
The small tunnel makes it seem like we brought a lot of people. This way. We silently follow Waltz's instructions. How is it that Waltz knows about these tunnels? I've already taken into account the guards where they might be positions based on Princess Rod's information. We should be alright. Garland and I will act as distractions if needed. Princess, leave most of the fighting to us, if there's any to be done. I know. I will only fight if I need to. If only I wasn't cursed. I would be able to fight to my full extent. I think you're still quite capable with all your magic, puppeteer. Oh, a compliment. It's an honor. Miss Karma. I'm only dressed because of Juden, you know? Juden crosses her arms and cocks an eyebrow at Claude. I wouldn't fall in love with you, no matter what you say.
That's what they all say.
We're here. Suddenly, everyone goes quiet. I feel a lot heavier as I stare at the staircase in front of me.
This should lead to the throne room.
I did not know we had a secret passage into the throne room.
How much does Waltz know about the palace?
It's because he literally told you earlier that he used to, like, work for your mom.
Yeah.
Immediately after we step into the throne room, we split apart to avoid the guards' gazes. I stay close to Claude and Waltz as Delora conjures a blanket of shimmering fog that envelops the guards. Boom! Magics. I watch as the guards eyes close before they slump to the ground. Why can't you do that to, like, every guard, though? Delora drops her hand once all over the guards are truly asleep. Amazing how intolerant humans are to magic. Let's keep going. Getting through the palace is no easy feat. Hallways that were so very easy to get through before are difficult to traverse now with all the soldiers standing around. I can't freaking read. It's like the middle of the night and I'm like slurring. God damn. Let me drink some water. Maybe that's why. Ooh, nice. Delora casts a spell to silence our footsteps and to quiet muffles, but moving is still difficult, especially with such a group. Eventually, we arrive just outside the tunnels that should lead to the castle's prison. I'll stand watch. Be careful, Waltz. I will. We enter another network of tunnels. Juden Garland, after you. Juden glances at me briefly, and then Claude, who nods, a little stiffly. We'll be right back. In accordance with the plan, Claude and I are left at the hallway point of the tunnels to ensure a clean escape as Delora, Judah, and Garland continue onto the prison. They should be fine, but I'm still worried. My eyes wander to Claude and I bite down on my lower lip when I notice that his hand is once again raised to his chest. I find myself reaching out to grab Claude's hand, but he swiftly pulls it away. To glare on his face takes me by surprise. Why is he so angry? Claude puts a hand to his chest and flinches as he leans onto the wall. Not now. His voice sounds pained. What is he talking about? Claude? I just need some space, princess. But I am fine. I cannot help but feel irritated at the way Claude has snapped at me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be this way, He trails off, his eyes distant. Because of your curse, right? Most of the time he's sociable and pleasure to talk to you, but then he reverts to the state. It's like two different people.
I don't fucking know what curse he has. It sounds like the Beauty and the Beast one, but now I don't know.
I cannot understand why he's like this.
The Beauty and the Beast? Oh, okay. Okay, it's still the Beauty and the Beast. It's just literally the Beauty and the Beast is one person. Okay.
Why do I care so much for someone who keeps secrets? Nice Booty, I wish I could explain, but if I did, you would hate me. Or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. Saving? Because I'm about to say, I could never be afraid of you. What is there to be afraid of? Claude wears a pained expression as he looks at me. I see him once again grabbing at the collar of his dress, looking like he's in some kind of quiet agony. That's what she said too. Is he talking about the one woman from before? The one who didn't love him? He thinks I'm the same? I am not like her. MeliZ Booty? Claude's voice trails off as the sound of running. His hand moves quickly to the hilt of his sword, just as I reach for mine. We only relax when we see that it's Judah and Garland and Delora heading towards us. Why are they alone? Where are the king and queen? They weren't in the prison. Huh? I have no idea where else they could be. Delora steps out from between two of them, her expression somber. Just doesn't bode well for us at all. We can't keep sneaking without a direction. That's a sure way to get caught. The words have just left her mouth when the alarm sounds behind us. Don't tell me. It's the alarm. How do they know? Everyone draws their weapons as Watts appears, running towards us with a harried expression on his face. The knights are on their way. How did they know we were here? In seconds, I hear the clinking of metal, and then there's knights upon us. We are forced to scatter to deal with different opponents. A guard rushes at me with his sword, and I somehow manage to block his attack because you're good. I should be able to wind around him. The knight falls after I catch him from behind and give Claude an opening to attack him. MeliZ Booty, stay behind me, bitch. I promised I would, remember? Let's keep it that way. A smile flashes across his face, and for a few moments he seems more like the Claude that I know. A knight manages to separate Claude and I, leaving me by myself. He grabs my arm. Unhand me!
He just disappeared. Okay, he slumped to the ground. I was like, Delora, what? Why aren't you doing this before?
He is only the first to fall. Seconds later, most of the knights in my immediate vicinity have fallen to the ground. I can tell by the subtle rise and fall of their chests that they're sleeping. Sorry, I couldn't focus long enough to cast a spell earlier. Delora drops her hand and turns to address Wallace, Claude, and I. Head towards the entrance hall. The king must be in one of the central rooms. Juden and Garland will head to the bedchambers in the east wing to look for the queen. Splitting up is not part of the plan. We don't have much of a choice anymore. If we're going to get the king and queen out of here, we have to improvise. Now go! Claude grabs my hand and jerks his head in a waltz. Let's go. The three of us rush out and into the palace hallways. I keep my gaze forward while Waltz and Claude watch for enemies on either side of us. On our right. Claude grabs his sword and moves before Waltz and I can respond. He dives low towards a soldier, his sword poised straight for a devastating blow. Knights begin to approach us from the left. I raise my sword, readying myself. Waltz snaps his finger, a flash of light blinding the men in the immediate vicinity, and I use the opportunity to rush the knights in front of me. I grit my teeth as I attack. Most of my blows are lucky. There are too many knights for me to be able to get the upper hand. There's so many of them. Well, well. If it isn't the most desirable princess, mother freak. I boop around to attack the man that spoke to me, but he is nowhere to be found. Where is he? Who are you? I wonder. Oh, he's booty. I turn and see Claude running towards me, a panicked expression in his eyes. I take a step towards him when a masked man suddenly blocks my path. Oh my god, he's so cute. Oh my, is that wait, is that Waltz's older brother or younger brother? Because he's hella cute. Who are you? I raise my sword, but my masked man taps his cane onto the floor before I can swing. An incredible pressure blasts out from the cane. It shoves Claude to the floor and blows me backwards. I hit the wall hard and my vision darkens. Nope. Meli, why? Claude. Where am I? Why can't I see anything? My head hurts. Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty. Huh, because I'm actually Cinderella. I jerk up right at the familiar voice. You're the man who knocked me out. The man laughs and I blink as I try to pinpoint the direction of his voice. Did he blindfold me? I command you to take off this blindfold. I don't take orders from a princess that no one remembers. But I am a gentleman, so I suppose I shall have to heed a lady's request. The blindfold is abruptly pulled off and I flinch at the sudden brightness. Why, hello there, princess. You're still hella cute. I'm just saying. My captor looks at me, amused. He wears a crooked grin on his masked face and a cape on his shoulders. Who is he? My eyes wander to the throne, and I cannot help but gasp at what I see. The king is strapped to the throne, hands bound, mouth covered. Your Majesty! The king pauses to look at me, his eyes continuing a mixture of alarm and confusion. I turn to glare at the masked man. Let him go. No can do, princess. Though, don't you think he still looks regal sitting on his throne like that? I grit my teeth as I begin to struggle against my bonds. Struggle all you like. You won't get out of those knots anytime soon. Who are you? The masked man drops into an elegant bow. I'm called Varg. Varg? What have you done to my father? Me? Nothing. Well, nothing much. I guess gagging a person and tying their hands behind their back counts as something. Are you working for Sir Alcaster? I don't work for anyone. So he's a mercenary. The floor flies open and Alcaster steps in, his face full of anger. Mentros, the fool. How absolutely useless he was. Warwick gives a dismissive shrug. He regards me again with his mischievous smile. While I do agree with the wholeheartedly that man is in the past, here in the present we have someone far more interesting to deal with. Varg gestures at me. I glare at Varg before turning my gaze to Alcaster. I used to think Alcaster was someone to be respected. Not anymore. If it isn't the princess herself, how do you fucking know? Are you cursed? Are you a witch? Nah, you little bitch, that's why. You remember who I am?
Once Mithros made the connection, it was just too obvious to be false, and I pressed the wrong button.
Could Sir Mithros remember me?
Alcaster shifts his attention to the king. Gennaro, do you not remember this girl as your own blood daughter?
My eyes meet the king's, but I see no recognition in his gaze. He cannot remember me. I haven't managed to break my curse yet. Why are you doing this to my father? To my kingdom?
To the kingdom. Everything I do for the kingdom. All the successful rulers I have run with an iron fist. Fear is the best motivation. Not necessarily, actually. A king that is too lenient and does not inspire fear has no business being on the throne.
But the people of Angelion love their king. Before I had thought the town people were despicable because they hated me. Now I understand those reasons. They may have judged me as mother's daughter, which is wrong, but that does not mean they should have subject to a regime of fear. Your obligation as a ruler is to rule for the country, not the people. Back when the queen was still alive and this place knew the fear of the witches, they were far more productive. Fear motivates. Fear makes a man. King Alcaster. That doesn't sound right. You better have a good excuse for interrupting. Your Highness, there's a beast. You should see my face. I'm just like, what? What are you blathering about, you fool? A beast, a magical beast is rampaging around the palace. It's Claude. It's Karma. It's my boyfriend, guys. Is this the dead witch doing? Dead? Dead witch?
No, Dolores fine. She has to be. Oh, with it. Did Mithros do this? What?
I cannot stop myself from blurting out the question. Sir Mithros is a witch?
He was a witch, but now he's dead.
He turns to his knight and demands more information. I am too shocked to hear those words. Sir Mithros. A witch? Impossible.
What are the other places? Intruders?
We've managed to apprehend some of them, but we can't get to everyone with that beast taking us out.
That damn Mithros, still a pain even after death.
What did you do to Sir Mithros?
Did you not hear me, girl? He is dead, killed by my hand.
But why?
He was helpful at first. We worked together to achieve our personal goals. He eyes me cautiously. He wanted you, princess.
If Sir Mithros was a witch, that would explain why he still remembered me. Why did he want me?
Who knows? It doesn't matter anymore. I gave him my knights to assist him in his search when the witches could not. But in the end, that fool was too power hungry. He's too power hungry? Excuse me, sir? Have you looked in the mirror today? You never entered into my plans. You would have been safe, princess, had you just stayed put. But now that you're here, you'll come in handy.
Alcaster turns back to the knights, who immediately burst into explanation once more.
The beast is moving quickly. We don't know how much longer we can keep it from this room.
There's a beast in his palace, and it's Sir Mithros' doing?
I'm so confused. I thought he was dead.
And what about the others? Are they okay? Let me go, Alcaster.
You're not going anywhere. It sounds like some of your friends are very persistent. They'll be coming for you, and when they get here, I will kill them. You don't seem the threatening kind. Like when I see you, I see more like, okay, like you could be my dad if you had more hair, but that's about it. Like, dude, like you're not scary. I don't fear you. You princes are going to make an excellent bait. You know, I like this turn of events. Kind of amusing. You, tell me what all of this is. Rag looks unmoved by Alcaster's anger. It is Mithros that summoned this beast, is it not? Then you must know what is happening. You're asking me, of all people. As if it would be an answer to any... If I would be able to answer any of your questions. You. That sounds like a big beast. That sounds like the boyfriend. Boyfriend's angry. You captured the girlfriend. Boyfriend not gonna be happy. Varg. It doesn't matter how many times you say my name, Alcaster. I won't have any answers for you. Sir Alcaster turns to me, his eyes manic. Whether this is Mithra's magic or magic belonging to one of your friends, I'm not going to let it live. Could Delora create a beast out of thin air? Sir Alcaster draws his sword from his sheath and curses under his breath. I squirm, desperate to find some kind of break into my restraints. Varg surprises me, however, by reaching down and cutting the ropes binding my arms with a sword that I recognize. You have my sword! I stand up quickly as I can and grab the sword from him. That was too easy. I eye Varg warily as his mouth twists into a smirk. What are you doing? Why are you helping me? Help? All I did was cut some ropes. Besides, I'm curious to see what you'll do with that toothpick of a sword. He talks like he doesn't care at all what happens. I think he's like a neutral party here. He don't give a shit. Don't think about it too much, princess. It's probably a little too much for your small head. He's a witch. We know this. Like, are you my brother? No. But like, you're really cute. Are you like my cousin? I think he's like my cousin. I feel like it's my cousin. Or like, did we grow up together and I don't remember shit about you because obviously I have no memories of my past, because that could happen. I swing my sword towards him and Varg catches it with his cane. You really think that I'm the one you should be fighting? The floor creaks, falls off its hinges, and I stumble back and I hear screaming as loud footsteps sound against the hall tiles. So what will you do? Run? Hide? Or will the beast kill you too? Oh, it's Karma! My eyes focus on the large figure entering the room. Though I cannot make out specifics at first, the form grows more distinct the further it moves into the room. Whatever this is, I cannot fight it. There's a moment of eerie silence, and then Alcaster yells, and the knights rush forward, attacking the beast as a collective. The beast throws them off with surprising nimbleness, his rage in every swipe. I dodge away just before a man's body falls on top of me. Over here, beast. You should probably kill Alcaster, honey. Sir Alcaster rushes at the beast. I finally manage to get a clear line of sight to the king, who's still bound and helpless onto the throne. The king... I have to get him out of here. I run towards the throne, but someone stops me dead in my tracks. Saving the king really shouldn't be your priority right now. I grit my teeth and swing my sword at Varg, but he still easily darts away from me. Girl, listen to Varg. He actually has some sense here. I would be watching my back. It is then I notice the beast slowly making its way towards me. Why would it be after me? Either I stay here and fend off, or... Alcaster catches the beast with a broad swipe of his sword, and the two are focused once more on each other. I glance urgently at the king, then at the doors. The beast moves again. I realize that it's once again heading towards me. There's no way I can help the king at all in all this mess. I need help. I have to find the others. Hopefully Alcaster will keep the beast busy enough for me to get them. I turn and bolt through the room, weaving my way through the chaos of knights as I head towards the door. I glance over my shoulder one last time at the king, his eyes as trained on the battle before him. His hand grips the arm of his throne, but there's nothing he can do. I'm so sorry. I'll be back. But for now, I have to find the others. I dart past the carnage in the room, stepping over and around bodies as they appear. Halfway to the door, the beast lunges past Sir Alcaster, and for a few moments, I think he might be attacking me. Stay back. I hold my sword out in front of me and stand in defensive position like Claude taught me, but the beast never reaches me. You ruined everything, beast. Alcaster is suddenly in front of me, waving his sword at the beast. I stumble back towards the door, my heart beating loudly in my chest. I have to get out of here. You could kill him right now. Sir Alcaster, I mean. The beauty in the center. Oh, that's... Where did the beast come from? Knights immediately rush towards me. I back away as fast as I can without entering the throne room.
Princess, come quietly and we'll keep you somewhere safe until this all dies down. I raise my sword and stand ready when the knights surround me. I order you to stay out of my way. Our apologies, Princess, but we are under the orders from the king. Alcaster is not the true king. What did he offer you for your loyalty? Wealth? Status? That's none of your concern. One of the knights moves towards me and I react on instinct, swiping at him. You might want to put that thing down before you hurt yourself, Princess. Do not antagonize me. One knight rushes me and my blade connects with his shoulder. Ooh, Another approaches me from behind and I hit him with the back of my sword. The third moves too fast for me and I feel his blade cut into my shoulder. I hiss at the pain that cinches from the wound. I'm bleeding. The next time he swings, I successfully manage to evade him, but then bump into another knight. I'm surrounded. Just come with us, Princess. We don't want to hurt you. No. I feel one of the knight's hands on my shoulders. I attempt to pull away from him, but stop when I hear him scream. Huh? The beast stands beside me, eyes narrowed, his mouth gaping wide. A scream escapes my throat. The knight changed their focus to attack the beast, but it easily swipes them away and advances towards me. It's getting closer. I desperately back up. Soon my back soon hits a wall with nowhere else to go. I stand in a defensive position that Claude had taught me. I hold out the sword and then use it to throw back the beast's shadowed Claude as he reaches out for me. That stands. Huh? It talks. Stay away from me. The beast moves towards me and I stumble in place, struggling to hold my ground. A knight throws his sword and the blade impelling itself into the beast's shoulder, giving me an opening. The beast's wounded arm swings into my reach and I lash out with my sword, managing to draw blood. Princess. Told her I would never create a beast like this. This has to be Sir Mithros' doing. An attacking knight catches the beast's tensions and I do not wait. I feel so bad because you know it's karma. I just want to hold him. As the beast turns, I raise my sword and manage to sight deep into the beast's chest. Holy fuck. A piercing cry erupts from somewhere deep in its throat and I stumble back without my sword, which is still stabbed through the creature's heart. The beast collapses to the ground. I stare as it raises a hand to its chest. The motion reminds me of... Right. It was all an illusion. A glimmer of light catches my eye. I freeze and stare down at the ground. Oh, fuck. Right there, where the blood is already pulling around the sword in the beast's chest, is the road-shaped locket. The locket I gave Claude! Why do you... The beast stares at me with glassy eyes, its mouth barely moving. After a few moments, a low rumbling comes from the beast's throat, and then I realize Grizzly, pain chuckle. Afraid of me. I told you. But I didn't know it was you! I mean, like, she did and I fucking knew. The beast stares at me unblinkly, and eyes are already beginning to haze over. The way it speaks and the locket it has. I look at the locket again and the blood seeping beneath the surface, and suddenly I realize... If I ever told you the reason, you would hate me, MeliZ Booty. Or more accurately, you would be afraid of me. Oh, I'm gonna cry! No, no, no! I kneel down beside the beast. I'm gonna fucking cry! No, I didn't mean to kill you, I swear! I gotta screenshot this because I got like some feels right now and like they're not helping. Nothing's helping right now. Why? What the fuck? I kneel down beside the beast. I was wrong. No, no, no. Claude. I clutch the locket in my chest as I kneel over the beast. Claude, no, please. I lean down to listen to his breathing, but there's nothing but silence. Say that you love him. Holy fuck. Everything around me goes dark. I killed him. There's sound of footsteps behind me, but they are mute, unimportant. Odd. I'm so sorry. What? What? Are you kidding me right now? Are you giving me a bad ending? You made me cry? You make me fucking cry?
Continue. What? Okay.
Why would I be afraid of you? You've never done anything frightening to—
Okay. Like, can we skip?
The only time you were frightening me when you're like this, when you look like you're in pain and when you keep secrets. The secrets are my own selfish desires, but they're for your safety too. You're talking in circles. Why wouldn't you tell me what's going on?
Okay, but like, yes. Is this seriously a bad ending? Is this seriously a bad ending? Oh my god, how far am I in this bad ending?